Hey there, it's Yvette Lenhart. We are back for set 3 of Circuit Pilates. If you are just joining me, I want you to know that there were 2 sets before this. So if you need a little warm up, go back, find those sets. It's actually gonna help you also to get into the slightly more challenging variations that we're gonna do in this set. And if you are still with me, and if you have done those other 2, let's do it. Set 3, here we go. Okay, let's start getting into the first exercise of set 3. You're gonna come back onto your back. So for those of you who just did set 1 and 2 with me, you know we started with the abdominal curl. In set 1, we had both feet on the mat. Set 2, we were working one leg. So now we're gonna start working 2 arms, 2 legs. So with double weight load, what you're gonna notice is your rib cage is gonna wanna start moving off the mat because those legs pulling out in front of you are gonna make that happen. So what I want you to focus on is really using those core muscles to try to keep your lower back and rib cage from pulling up and down. So really feel like those ribs are pulling in toward your center. Feel your belly drawing in tight. So let's start sending those legs up to the ceiling. We're coming into what we call our dead bug pose. You got them. If at any point you find this is a little bit much to keep your legs straight, bend your knees a little bit. That's absolutely fine. So right here, right away, start drawing your belly in. Feel your spine and your rib cage connect to the mat. Keep that connection. Take an inhale. Start moving the arms and legs away from each other. So you can go a couple inches. You can go a couple feet, whatever your body allows. And now on your exhale, you're gonna start curling up. Reach those arms out to whatever's in front of you and pull those legs toward you and pause. Now start your next inhale as you start bringing your spine down. Stretch out those legs, stretch out those arms. And then exhale, up, 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 reach, 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 reach. And then inhale again to lower, lower, lower. Exhale, up, up, a little higher. 2 more, inhale, lower. Pull the belly in, ribs connect to the mat. Exhale, up, up. Good, 1 more time. Inhale, lower, lower. Stretch those legs long. Exhale, up, up, pause. Reach toward those toes. You're gonna give me some pulses. Here we go. Up, up, higher, up. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, take a quick breath right there. All right. Our next exercise, we're gonna go into another variation of roll up, this time moving 2 legs. So we're gonna go into our teaser. Same exercise as roll up, but just different relationship to gravity. So I always like mentioning that so that if you're new to teaser, you can see how it relates to a much more basic Pilates exercise, same principles. So if you hate teaser or if you're new to teaser, this first variation is for you. So we're gonna start with knees bent. We're gonna grab the back of the legs. So right here, just like in our roll up, you're gonna take an inhale to start lifting up your head, neck, shoulders. Now you're gonna use your exhale to pull those knees away from you and start peeling your spine off the mat. Come on up, find your balance. Just in case you wondered, you just did a teaser. So I want you to use your legs to lift up a little taller. Relax your shoulders. Maybe some of you will let go. If you're like, not today, grab a hold of your legs. So we're gonna start going back. You can hold on to your legs or keep your arms out in front of you. Scoop your belly, start laying your spine back to the mat, 1 motor at a time. Take your time. And then bring those knees in, take a quick rest. So options, a good way if you wanna take this up a level, you can just not hold on to the legs for the next one. So let's take an inhale. Start lifting up your head, neck, shoulders. Notice the difference without the help of your arms. Scoop it, come on up, find your balance. Relax those shoulders. Pull your belly in, start rolling it back to the mat. Grab onto those legs whenever you need to, and bring the knees in. Another option for a challenge, you can go into a straight leg. So this is much more of a classic teaser shape. So if you choose, stretch those legs up. You can still hold on to the back of the legs. That is absolutely fine. Take an inhale. Start lifting up head, neck, shoulders. Scoop your belly in. Come on up, find your balance right in the middle of your pelvis. Maybe draw those legs a little closer to you. Scoop your belly and go all the way back to the mat. Good, let's take one more just like that. Bent knees, straight legs, holding on, not holding on. Maybe this one you have straight legs and you don't hold on. Take an inhale, lift up head, neck, shoulders. Scoop your belly, start coming up, peel your spine off the mat. Find that nice long spine. And then scoop your belly, pull it in, come on back. Now for those of you who want one more little challenge, if you're really feeling fired up today, go ahead and stretch your legs out. So for this pike version, I always like to mention, this can be a little tough on your lower back. So if you are experiencing any lower back issues today, you might not want to do this one. So stick to a version that we just did. Otherwise, arms down by your sides, legs long. We're going to start with an inhale. You're going to curl up your head, neck, and shoulders. And then you're going to go ahead, float those legs off the mat. Here you are. Now we're going to pull everything up in one piece. You're going to start pulling up, 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 up. Come all the way up. Good. Maybe the arms find the same angle as those legs. Lift up a little taller. Hold right there for 4, 3, 2, and now float everything back to the mat. And release. Good. Take a breath right there. You can just roll your hips side to side. Okay, let's come into our next hip opener. So for this one, again, just like I mentioned in set 2, if you are protecting your wrists for any reason at all today and you'd prefer not to do weight bearing on your arms, keep yourself on your back and just take a bridge until we move on to the belly. Otherwise, we're gonna set back up very similar to what we did in set 2 when we set up for tabletop. Only difference, we're just gonna stretch out those legs. So it's gonna become a reverse plank. Hands set up the same way with fingertips facing front or slightly side. You do want to make sure fingertips aren't facing behind you. So right here, take a big inhale. Open your chest. Exhale. Start lifting your hips. And think of creating a straight line from shoulders to hips to ankles. Again, you want to be careful that your head isn't just falling off your spine. You can either gaze straight up or slightly in front of you. Keep pushing the floor away. Keep feeling your shoulders pulling wide. And then lower down. Good. 2 more times. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, go ahead, press it up. Find that plank again. This time, if you want a little challenge, maybe see what happens when you just touch off that right leg. Doesn't have to be high. If you want to, maybe it goes a little higher, a little higher, a little higher. Press into the floor. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. And then lower. Good. Last one, guys. Take an inhale. Exhale. Press your hips up. Good. Either hold right here. Maybe just touch off that left leg. Again, doesn't have to be high. If you want to start pulling it higher, go for it. Don't let your seat drop. Hold right there. 4, 3, 2. Bring it down and lower. And just give your wrists a little roll. And then we'll start working our way onto our belly. Okay, let's get into our 4th exercise of this 3rd set. You guys are doing great. We're gonna go into some swimming now. So classically, this exercise is taught with hands and legs about the width of the mat, but this might not feel good for your shoulders. So if not, just go ahead and bring your arms back behind you with your palms facing up. That's fine. If your hands are out in front of you, again, make sure your hands are not closer together than your shoulders. So a good rule of thumb, have a look at your mat and just set up your hands about that wide, legs about the same distance. So right here, drawing your belly up away from the mat, feel your hips grounded. Take an inhale, go ahead and float everything up. So I want you to imagine you're in water and you're just floating at the surface of the water. So your shoulders are relaxed, arms and legs strong, back of your neck is long, and lower down. Let's take an inhale again. Draw your belly in and start to float up. And then bring it down. All right, let's start moving. Take an inhale and go ahead, float up. Good. Now we're gonna start moving slowly in opposition. Right arm, left leg, lifts and bring it down. Left arm, right leg, lift and bring it down. Again, right arm, left leg, lift and bring it down. Left arm, right leg, lift. Now you are welcome to keep this slow, right? Right here, I love this. If you want to start speeding it up, go into a swim. Don't forget, you can be right here, just concentrating on those legs. If you're moving those arms, I want you to try to keep your shoulders and your pelvis as quiet as you can. Maybe you can lift your chest a little higher. Here we go, for 4, kick it, 3, 2, and release. Push into your hands, sit back into your heels, take a child's pose. Okay, let's move into our last exercise of set 3. So for this one, you can sort of make this what you need at this moment. Maybe by this point, you are totally sick of me and you just want to stretch. But if you want to take it a little further, I'll give you some variations. So we're going to start with the legs off to the right. We're just going to start with a mermaid stretch. So you're going to reach that right arm up, turn your palm to face that other hand, and just take that stretch up and over. You can even bring your forearm down and just feel the right side of your waist opening up. So just hold right here. Now reach that arm up to the ceiling. We're going to take a twist. So take an inhale. On your exhale, draw that arm underneath you. And then inhale, reach. And bring yourself back up. So you're welcome to stay right there. An easy way to make this just a little more challenging. Come onto your forearm. You can keep your knees bent, and you're just gonna go ahead and lift your hips up, right? So we're gonna take that whole same stretch right here. Options. If you want a little more challenge now, you can start moving into your side plank. There are lots of options for this, so find the version that works for you. You might want to straighten your bottom leg and keep your top leg bent. You might want to stagger your feet, which gives you a wider profile. The most challenging is stacked feet. That's a narrower profile. So I'm going to stick with stacked feet today. Let your elbow be right under your shoulder if you're going into that side plank. So right away, I want you to feel the left side of your rib cage lift away from the floor. Try not to let that shoulder kind of pull up to your ear, right? Try not to sink into it. Right here. Take a big inhale. On your exhale, feel like there's a string to your hips. You're lifting those hips up, and if you can, reach that arm to the ceiling. So we're gonna take an inhale right here. On your exhale, you're gonna take that same stretch up and over. Inhale, reach back up to the ceiling, and then exhale, lower. Good. This next one, we'll add the twist. So take an inhale, lift up, exhale. See if you can lift those hips higher if you're in that plank. Drop that arm underneath you, thread that needle, and then inhale, reach back up to the ceiling, and lower down. Okay, one more. We're gonna see if we can take 3 twists in a row without lowering. If you need to take a little pause in between, please do. Do what your body needs. So let's go for it. Take an inhale, lift it on up. Good, now we're gonna use that first exhale to take that twist, hips go higher. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Hold right there, guys. Lift your hips a little higher. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. All right. That was my elbow that just cracked. Okay, let's go to the other side. So we're gonna start again with that mermaid stretch. Legs are off to the left. Reach that left arm up. Turn your palm to face that other hand, and then just use your exhale to come up and over. You can come down onto that forearm and open up the left side of your waist. Take that inhale up. Exhale, find that twist. Bring that arm underneath you. Inhale, reach. And bring yourself back up. So you might be staying right there. Perfect. If you want to start going into that side plank, you can keep your knees bent. Just lift your hips. You can start going into any variation with your legs that works. Maybe feet stagger, maybe feet stack, up to you. Set up that elbow right under your shoulder. Take an inhale, lift out of that shoulder, lifting the right side of your rib cage, and then start reaching up toward the ceiling. Turn that palm to face, away from you, and then take that stretch up and over. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, come down. Good, adding our twist. So take an inhale, lift. Exhale to lift the hips, drop that arm. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Last one, 3 in a row. Let's do it. Take a big inhale, lift up. Here we go. Take that first exhale to twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, hips higher. Inhale, lift. Hold right there. Feel that arm stretching for 4. Hips higher. 3, 2, bring it down. Awesome, guys. All right, we're gonna take another child's pose. Here's the good news. You're done. That was the last exercise. Just bring your hips back, stretch your arms out. Stay in your child's pose right here. I just want you to walk your hands over to that left side. So you can rest your right palm on top of your left, or just feel that right arm stretching long. So I want you to feel the stretch all the way down your right arm to the right side of your waist, and then put a little bit more weight into the right side of your seat. Sit it back. Start letting your breath get a little deeper, a little more intentional. Come back to center. And then walk your hands over to that right side. Again, you can just place your left palm on top of your right, or stretch that left arm out. Feel that stretch go all the way down your left arm to the left side of your waist. Put a little more weight into the left side of your seat. Let your pelvis sink into the ground. Come back to center. Take one more breath right here. Big inhale and exhale. Walk your hands back. All right. Congratulations, you got through 3 sets of Circuit Pilates. I am so proud of you. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.